Who would have thought that mixing rom-com with elements of The Purge could work so well?
Welcome to the Siren Cut.
One Night Only, starring Calum Turner and Monica Barbaro. Is that how you say it?
Barbaro, I think so.
And it is directed by Will Gluck, who...
Which we just found out after watching the movie that he had directed one of your favorite movies or
Easy
comfort
A.
movies, Easy A.
Yeah, that was kind of an interesting fun fact.
Right. So what did you think, though?
You know what? I thought it was fun. It was fun. It's kind of weird how they had made some kind of weird law to create this particular scenario that it
Right.
would be one night only where you can have sex. Woohoo, right?
A little silly. I know a lot of people were talking about after seeing the trailer that it seems like a preposterous setup and a bit silly. Some may even say dystopian. But it's just a plot device. It sets up the story and the reason for the events that happen. Really is so. That's really all it is. I thought they did a pretty good job. The chemistry between the characters, between the actors too,
We're
was
actually very good.
really good. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And without going into spoilers, because it's really hard not to go into
discuss
spoilers,
certain
because
things, yeah.
this movie's coming out on the 7th of August, and you know, if you're into rom-com that is pretty, just just a fun, yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing. It doesn't do really anything special as far as when it comes to plot or, I mean, even the types of characters or anything like that. I just think what it does well. A lot of the characters work well. A lot of the comedy actually worked fairly well.
It gave an old school vibe,
Right,
as
just a
far
bit,
as
yeah.
how rewatchable this movie can be.
Definitely, I think that's a
Right?
kind of key. It is a rewatchable movie.
Because anytime you put Easy A or 10 Things I Hate About You or How to Dump a Guy, or what was that movie with
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. You just put it on and it's an enjoyable watch, and
Yeah.
you barely have to pay attention.
Right.
And the fun fact, though, Molly Ringwald's in this one.
Right.
So
He plays she plays Callum Turner's mother.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, actually, I thought when she came on screen, I thought, oh, she looks familiar. And then when you whispered to me who it was, I was like, what? I was like, oh, yeah, now you can see it. But
And I love those 80s movies.
Right,
You know,
right,
that
yeah.
those are
We're
the
big fans of
rewatchable
those
movies
80s.
that you just put on and,
Yeah, that's
mind-numbing.
true. Watch them over and over.
rom-com.
Is there anything that you would say you didn't like about the film?
No, not really. I couldn't tell you what I didn't like.
Nothing really stands out. The script was well written. Not, there's nothing genius about it or anything, but it didn't have to be. The chemistry, the directing, everything about it was, I mean, it was fairly standard, but I mean, there's so many films that even miss fairly standard level, so.
This really did hit the mark as far as when it comes down to what you expect a rom-com to be.
It was an entertaining film. I was actually surprised. I think we were talking about it after the movie, realizing that it was rated R. It's a pretty tame rated R. I mean, you would think, especially with the premise, that there would be tons of sex scenes or gratuitous, nudity or something like that. But no, I think really the only reason this movie got an R rating is there's one very particular scene. I mean, they use foul language through most of the film anyways, especially in describing what they want to do. But I think that particular scene was rather vulgar, funny. It was actually a good scene as far as comedies go, but
cringy for
sure. Oh yeah, I could see your face when he started.
It was like, oh.
It basically reinforces the old saying is never meet your heroes. But overall, it was just an enjoyable movie. I think we liked it a lot. I think it helps too that, at least with me, the expectation was pretty low. we went in and it was like, yeah, I guess we'll watch it. It's like there's not much else playing right now, kind of thing. So it worked. It worked. It was an entertaining movie,
Mhm.
and I feel like we you know that could be kind of rare nowadays. You know.
It is rare.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of flops that are out there that aren't worth your money as far as
Oh
going to
right.
the theaters, and this is a
Her
great.
private hell. Sorry. If you're kind of on the fence about seeing it, even if you're like, I don't really like rom coms, I think you should check it out. It's I wouldn't say wholesome because there are very
Definitely not.
but it's just a very heartfelt film. I think
Mhm.
it did a really good job of what it set out to do, and I think the characters did a really good job conveying their chemistry,
Mhm.
and whether it was
They
because of
worked.
the
It worked.
actors or the writing,
Uh huh.
just did a really good job with illustrating that chemistry.
Mhm.
It's hard to say, but it's
It's an all-around fun movie.
yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
I would definitely, when it comes to streaming or anything like that, I would definitely probably watch it again.
Okay.
Um, so what would your grade be?
So my grade would be an easy A minus.
Of course, for any major reason.
Thinking about it, I did like Easy A better. And I
Right,
love rom-com. So as long as it's rewatchable, it's not going to get an award for
right,
like best movie or anything like that. But this
right,
is really in my wheelhouse as far as what kind of movies I enjoy watching.
right, right.
So an A is appropriate. I think the minus is because I can think of other movies
You'd rather
that I
see
I would put a little
above it.
higher,
Right, right.
and so that is why the minus is there.
Okay. Um, so for myself, honestly, I think I have to go based on the fact that my expectations were here, and the movie ended up being here, kind of above that. I have to go with a solid B.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
that's fair.
I think B was an enjoyable film. I mean, by B level, I tend to rewatch a lot of what I see anyway, so B kind of illustrates that I'm more than willing to watch it again if it happens to come up, or if you're in the mood to watch it or something. Yeah, so check it out if you get the chance. If you even remotely like comedies or rom coms, um, yeah, it's definitely worth your while for
Mhm.
sure. But yeah, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.